So in this video I am going to do a small discussion. I am going to discuss about the error analysis of the direct method, that is by using Gaussian elimination method. Okay. So this is the system matrix, that is A matrix, 3 by 3 matrix, 3.02 into x1 minus 1.05 into x2 plus 2.53 into x3, that is equal to minus 1.61, 4.33 into x1 plus 0.56 x2 minus 1.78 x3 equal to 7.23, minus 0.83 x1 minus 0.5 x2 plus 1.47 x3 equal to minus 3.38. Okay. So this one is the augmented matrix after first elimination. This one is the augmented matrix. Okay. Means x1 elements are removed and this one, these 6 components are modified. And this one is the third, and this one is the augmented, the final augmented matrix after second elimination. Okay. Second step means second elimination. Okay. So here, after doing this, so please note here the significant digits used are 3. 3 significant digits are used. Okay. So here you can see that xn means this one is the numerical solution from this one after doing back substitution. This one is a numerical solution and this one is the actual solution. This one is the actual value of x1, x2, x3, 1, 2, minus 1, and this one is a numerical solution. Okay. So you can do think this value of x1 is 0.988 numerically and this is 1. Difference is there. Okay. It's small, not negligible but small. But you can compare the coefficient, the value of x2. Numerical value is 1.563 and the actual value is 2. So here we have a large difference. Is it okay? And third one is this is x3 is minus 1.167. The actual one is minus 1. Here also a difference is there. This is not small, difference is there. But the very large difference is this x2. What is the reason why this much difference? So here you can see that this after the second elimination, this one is the final augmented matrix where this value is minus 0.006 and this is 0.007. Mean this one is the pivot, right? Diagonal element. So this is very small. That is a reason. Okay. And this value is also small. So please note we are using 3 significant digits. So definitely we are rounding these values. Am I correct? So the values are rounded. Is it okay? So please note due to that here we have this much difference. Please note what we have ax equal to b. So if you are multiplying this actual solution with a, we have the exact value. BA means the actual output matrix, means a into this XA will give this BA, means the exact one. But what about if you are multiplying a with or xn with a into xn, a into xn will give this bn, and you can see that this is not, this difference between these two are not that much large. A small difference is. So even if xn and xa are the difference between these two are very large, the difference between the corresponding output matrix is not that much large. So the difference between BA and Bn, that is BA minus Bn is known as residue and XA minus Xn is known as error. So here you can see that there is a large error but still residue is small. So please note by using residue we can't say the amount or the seriousness of error, that we can't say by using residue. So how to avoid this problem? First, how to avoid this problem, and second thing, what is the reason that we are going to so okay, already we discussed about the reason. The reason is a very small diagonal value. Okay, so how to do that? Increase the number of significant digits. So I am going to increase the number of significant digits. So instead of 3, if I am using 4, these two will not change because this one is the actual solution and this is the actual output. Just go through these two values if I am changing the value. What is happening? This one is 1.0018, this is 2.0654, this is minus 0.975. Means the error is reduced. Am I correct? The error is reduced. We can't say this is negligible, the error is reduced. Still, look the numerical output, means this A into this one, this is Bn, this is almost very near. These two values are almost near, right? So now increase the significant digits to 5. What will happen? So now you can see that this is 0.99, almost same. Am I correct? Almost same. Now increase to 6 significant digits. Now it is okay. Now we have the exact solution, right? We have the exact solution. So if you are using 6 significant digits, definitely we can find the actual in this particular case. So then what is the problem with that significant? Why we are not using 6 significant digits? Definitely we can use 6 significant digits. If you are using MATLAB or some strong computing device, we can use 6 significant digits. Even you can use 50 or 100 significant digits. But if you are using the normal pick or etc., and if you are sticking on 6 significant digits or very large significant digits, the problem is the execution time will increase. And the second thing is, what about the data byte size? Okay, so the number of significant digits that we can use is depending upon the computing device. Okay, so please note, if you have a very strong computing device, better use a large significant digits like 6. Okay, if you are using 3, definitely error will be there. Because why that error? Because due to round off. Error is generated, and in all these steps, during first elimination, during second elimination, and during back substitution, we are rounding on that value. So the rounding error is propagated. So that is happening here. Is it okay? So please note, if you are using 3 significant digits, and this is there. Okay. Now say what is happening. We are going to check what is happening if we are changing 3.0 to 3. A small change. 3.0 to, I am going to change it from 3.02 to 3. So check what is happening. Okay. So at that point, if I am changing to 3, then 1, 2 minus 1 will not be the actual solution. So don't check these two one. This one is the solution. This xi is a solution of this matrix. Okay. And with respect to this xa and with a, this one is the output. So for a time being, don't check these two. So I am going to change 3.0 to 3. What is happening? So just go through these 3 values. Okay. Check these 3 values. So here I am changing 3.0 to 3. What is happening? What about xn? Xn is x1 is changed from 0.988 to 1.092. Okay. And what about next one? 1.563 is changed into 5.256. Right. And what about the last one, x3? Minus 1.167. Minus 1.167 is changed into 0.25. So you can see a very large change with respect to very large change in xn with respect to a very small change in a particular parameter of a particular element of a is slightly changed 3.02 to 3. And what is happening to the solution, numerical solution? We observe a very large change in solution. Okay, so please note what is actually x matrix point of view. Ax equal to b. So what is x? X equal to A inverse B. Okay, so a very large change. So in A, a very small change is the, this element is slightly changed, means a very small change in A. So what is happening to A inverse? A very large change in A inverse. That is happening. A inverse is very large. A inverse is very large. That is happening. And A inverse is very large means what about determinant of A? A inverse is large means what about determinant of A? A inverse is large. What is A inverse? A inverse is adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. So A inverse is large means determinant of A is very small. That is why the small change in A is scaled this much. This much scaling is occurred due to the determinant of A. So determinant of A is very, very small. That is happening here. So very small determinant A, that is the reason of this one. So what about very small determinant A means? What is the meaning? Very small determinant A means, if determinant of A is small means the given system is almost singular, very close to singular. It is not singular because we are able to find the solution. So this is not singular, but very close to singular. The line, actually these are lines. So the lines or planes, because we have three variables. So the plane is almost parallel. That's the thing. Is it okay? So this is the problem if the given matrix is very close to singular condition. What to do? What we can do with this one? Anything? For a time extent, by choosing so first compare, these are the coefficients of x1. Choose the largest one. So what are the elements in that matrix? 3.02, minus 1.05, 2.53, then minus 1.61, then 4.33, 0.56, minus 1.78, 7.23, then minus 0.83, minus 0.54, 1.47, minus 3.38. These are the elements. So first compare the coefficient of x1. These are the coefficients. Take the largest one. This is the largest one. So we are going to swap this equation. Take this equation, that is R2, this is row 2, as the first row. Means swap these two rows. So what will happen? If you are swapping these two rows. So this first row will become 4.33, then 0.56, then minus 1.78, right? Then 7.23. Okay, so we swapped first row and second row. So we have second row is 3.02, minus 1.05, then 2.53, right? Then minus 1. Okay, then minus 1.61. Is it okay? Now, so this first row is over. Now compare the second and third row. Take the compare the x2 coefficient. So magnitude point of view, this one is the largest one. So we can take this one as second row. So there is no need to swap here. Okay. So you can see that again error is there, but now the if you are taking the norm of this A, the error is a little bit decreased. Is it okay? Means if you are using 4 significant digits, then the value is very close, right? You can see that even 5 significant digits, this is 1.9999, and the remaining two values are converged. In earlier case, for 5 significant digits, all have some small error, right? In some situation, if with one arrangement, if it is giving error, and if you are swapping that matrix, if error is negligible, then you can say that one is not due to singularity, it is due to very small value of pivot, like this way. Is it okay? So here's a little bit singular, very close to singular. Okay, so now take the second case. So here, this one is an interesting thing. So how to identify whether the given system is very close to singular or etc. So this is a matrix, a 2 by 2 matrix, and this is the output matrix. So you can see that what is the determinant? 1.01 into 1.01 minus 0.99 into 0.99. Means this is something a square minus b square form. 1.01 square minus 0.99 square, that is a square minus b square. So we can write it as a plus b into a minus b, that is 1 plus 0.01 into 1 minus 0.01. Sorry, 1 plus 1.01 plus 0.99 into 1.01 minus 0.99. So it will give 2 into 0.02. That is 0.04. That one is a determinant. That is the determinant of this one, 0.04. Okay. So that one is not our discussion. Our discussion is this is 0.04 means this is not that much close to singular, but it's small. Determinant is small. So due to that small determinant itself, I am going to say the variation of xn with respect. So here in previous case we discussed about what is happening if you are varying a element of a. If determinant of a is small. So here I am trying to say what is happening if we are changing b slightly. A slight change in b will give a very large change in xn. That I am going to show here. So instead of 2, I think take 1 is 2 slight change, so 2.01, and so please note before that with the 2, what is the solution? The actual solution is 1 1, so BA is 2 2. The numerical solution is 1 1, BN is 2 2. Okay, so a slight change I am going to do, 2.01 and this is 1.99. What is happening? A large change in xn, right? Earlier we have 2 2, b is 2 2. So for this matrix with the b is 2 2, x value is 1 1. Okay. Now if I am taking 2.02 and 1.98, here we have 2 0. Means what is happening if you are rounding this thing to 2? If you are rounding this one to 2, here the solution will be 1 1 instead of 2 0. Am I correct? If I am taking, if you are rounding these two to 2 2, this value will be 1 1. Now what about this case? 1.98 and 2.02. 0.025 and 1.975. Very large difference, right? Is it okay? So is it if you are changing the significant digits, then 0.2, 1.98 divided and 2.02, then this is 0.2. Very close to singular, not singular. I am not saying about singular. If it is very close to singular, then a small change in b will give a very large change in solution. A very small change in b will give a very large change in solution. Why we are saying about a very small change in b or very small change in any one element of a? At any point, some rounding, we have to do some round off. It is so that round off is a small change. But if it is very close to singular, due to that round off, a large change in solution is occurring. So this is due to singularity, very close to singularity. Okay. Okay. So what I am saying, the very close to singular. So how to check that, or how to identify this type of system? So for the purpose, a term condition number is used. Condition number. Condition number means norm of A into norm of A inverse is known as condition number. Please note, norm of A into norm of A inverse is known as the condition number. So what is the importance of this number? If this number, condition number, that is norm of A into norm of A inverse, Euclidean norm of A into Euclidean norm of A inverse, that product, If it is very large, if the Euclidean number is very large, that one is the indication of a ill-conditioned system. Ill-conditioned system means the system which is giving a very large changing solution X with a very small change in either A matrix or B vector is known as an ill-conditioned system. Please note, a system which is giving a very large change in solution X vector with a very small change in system matrix element, A matrix element, or output vector element, B element. Such type of system is said to be a ill-conditioned system. Okay, so how a system is an ill-conditioned system if the condition number is very large. Okay, if the condition number is infinity, then there is no solution, means the system is perfectly actually singular. Okay, if it is infinity, if it is very large, it is not singular, but this significant digits plays an important role. So we can't find the actual solution due to that significant digits. Okay, so that's a problem. So for this purpose, the condition number is used. Condition number is used to identify whether the given system is a ill-conditioned system or not. So please note that.